Hey, I'm Yogi and welcome. So today we're working with backbends. Backbends are a bit love-hate. You either love them or you hate them. And I think for anyone, they are more challenging postures because they make us feel vulnerable. But in feeling vulnerable, there's so much strength. And often when we feel that vulnerability or fear is when we're pushing past our comfort zones and really kind of making progress. So that said, take it easy, go at your own pace. Backbending takes time to build. So if you're just at the beginning of your backbend journey, take the lower options, the different variations for more advanced or lesser. So just take it easy, move in slowly, and I hope you enjoy the session. If you have a strap, have it close because you might want to use it if you're working up to stuff. Okay. Let's go. Find a comfortable kneeling position. Gently soften your shoulders down your back. Close the eyes and take a couple of full breaths in through the nose, expanding your belly. And as you exhale, deflate, contract, and allow a sense of relaxation to wash through you. Inhale fully, expanding your torso like a balloon. Exhale completely. Inhale fully. Exhale, relax. Come into your body, into the present moment. Feel your body in space. One more breath here. Make it full, long, smooth. And gently flutter open your eyelids. And we're going to lift the sternum towards the sky, roll the shoulder blades down the back. So a gentle bend through the upper back. Keep the spine long. Exhale, tuck the chin to the chest, draw the belly button towards the back of the room, round the spine. Inhale, lift the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades softly together behind you, gently lift the chin without crunching into the cervical spine, and as you exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, open. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Great, come back through center and then take some circles. So just rolling the ribs to the side, to the front, other side and to the back. And no worries to overthink this, just roll through your upper body in any way that feels good. Just finding some movement, mobility in the spine. And then take that in the other direction as well. Lovely. Come back through center. Take the right hand down beside your right hip. Lift the left arm up by your left ear and then lean over into that right arm. Stretch through the left side body. Roll the left shoulder away from the ear. Plant that hip down into the floor on your left side. Float back up. Take the left hand down. Lean over to that side. Right arm alongside your top ear. Slot that right hip down. Float back up through center. Bring the hands out in front of you for all fours. Tabletop position. So wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Spread the fingers, knuckles drawing into the mat. We're going to inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the belly button. Broaden through your collarbones. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under, round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, lift and open for cow. Exhale, round the spine. Really push the hands into the floor to broaden through your upper back and shoulders. Inhale, open the heart space, broaden the collarbones. Exhale, round the spine. Take a few more of these with your own breath. Articulating through each vertebra. Linking movement with breath. Inhaling to open and exhaling to round. Great, one more here. And then come back through neutral. Sit the hips back onto the calves once more. Take your left hand behind you by your left hip and press that hand into the floor. Lift the hips up off your calves. Just as high as feels comfortable, as high as they'll go. Don't need to be pushing really hard at this stage. Nice, float back down. Take the right hand behind and beside you. Press into that hand and lift. Left arm alongside your left ear, deep breath. And then sit the hips back down, take both hands behind and push up, forward, squeeze the shoulder blades gently behind the back. Keep the chin tucked. Open through the front of the thighs too and think about internally rotating your thighs. Great. Sit the hips back down. Walk forwards. Bring the forearms to the mat and shuffle the hips down to the floor. Bring the legs about hip distance or maybe a bit wider. To lift one, shuffle it backwards. Lift the other leg, shuffle it backwards. Roll the shoulders down the back. Keep the chin tucked. Press the pelvis softly into the mat to find that length in your spine and maybe pull the floor towards you. Deep breath. Option to close your eyes here. Nice. And then either staying here or if it's okay with your back, then you can lift up the elbows. Again, thinking about bringing space through the spine, so the sternum forwards and upwards. And then lower, back down. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Push up through the knees and tuck the toes for downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths in down dog. Bend one knee, then the other. Work into the backs of the legs. You can scoot the hips side to side as well. And then settle back into a kind of stillness in your down dog. Press the knuckles down, externally rotate those upper arms, bend the knees as much as you want to. Shoot the tailbone high, so nice lot of length from the crown of the head to the tailbone. Lovely. Raise your right leg up and back. Inhale. Keep the toes pointing down. Scoot up onto your left toes. If your heel is down, lift the heel. Bend your right knee and push that right knee up towards the sky and the toe towards your head. So just open up. Nice. Then draw the heel back down towards the earth. if it's there, and pop the right hip on top of the left to open, and maybe take a roll of the ankle here in one direction then the other. Square the hips back off and take the right foot through the hands. Drop the back knee, untuck the toe, and inhale, lift for crescent lunge. So back bending is mostly about front opening. So opening through our hip flexors, our quads, into the abdomen and the chest. So we're going to be working on these front opening exercises. Squeeze the front foot and the back knee towards each other. Soften your shoulders. Inhale. And then exhale, bring the hand to the floor, leave the left hand planted, sweep the right arm up, gaze towards your bent knee. Maybe take a twizzle of your wrist, one direction then the other. And then option to bend your back knee and take the hand to the foot. If you can't reach the hand to the foot, here you can use your strap around your foot to draw that foot in. Okay, so find your variation. Deep breaths. You can press the foot into the hand and the hand into the foot for extra stretch through that back leg. And then release your foot, tuck your back toe, hands to the mat. We're going to lift into high lunge. And as you inhale next time, grow tall, and exhale, lower to the mat, bend the elbows. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Bring that back knee all the way down. Frame the front foot and step back, plank position. Nice and long in your plank. Use your legs, zip up your core. And then come down, drop the knees, hug the elbows in towards the ribs. Bring your chin and chest low. Inhale into low cobra. And then take the hands about 2 hands distance away from your ribs. I'm going to press the hands into the floor. Bend the elbows. Really use the hands and strengthen through the biceps and the triceps. And lower back down with an exhale. Inhale, peel up, use those arms. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes, push up and back, down dog. Deep breaths. Maybe exhale with a sigh through your mouth. And then with your next inhale, raise your left leg up and back. Nice. And come onto the tippy toes right up. Lift the heel of your right foot. Bend your top knee. And think about the toe drawing towards the crown of your head. So a bit like a scorpion tail. Keep pressing the hands into the floor. Nice, and then soften the heel back towards the mat and pop the left hip on top of the right to open into that left hip flexor. So this time toes towards your right wrist. Nice. Level the hips back off and draw the left foot through. Drop the back knee, untuck the toe, rise up. Crescent lunge. Deep breaths here. Again, think about that squeeze from the front foot and the back knee. And if you're not feeling an opening through this right hip, press the pelvis forwards and maintain that squeeze in the legs to find length in the spine. Deep breaths, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat, leave the right hand down and lift through the left arm into a twist. And then option to bend that back knee and take the hand to the foot. And of course you can use your strap here. Deep breaths. Release your back foot, tuck your toe, lift the back knee and rise up for high lunge. Scissor those hips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower the back knee, bend the elbows. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, lower back down. Take the hands to frame the front foot and step back, plank position. Take 2 deep breaths here in plank. And then come down, knees, chest in or full chaturanga, body in one long line. Bring the body all the way down to the mat. Forehead can press against the floor. Bring the arms beside your body. Lengthen one leg up and away. Lengthen the other leg up and away. Take a couple of breaths here to recalibrate. Nice, and then take your hands behind you, interlace your fingers so your fists are above your glutes. Draw the shoulder blades together. Press the palms up and away from you, and with your next inhale, lift through the upper back. Feel that lengthening in your abdomen. Keep the chin slightly tucked. Deep breaths. And with your next exhale, peel back down. Deep breath. Next time we're going to come up and lift the legs as well. So inhale, lift the arms and the head, and then lift the legs off the mat too. Lengthening the feet away. Deep breaths. And gently peel back down. Release the hands. Option to take either of these 2 variations again. Or if you want to come into bow, bend the knees. Take the hands to the ankles. Flex your feet and make sure your knees stay in line with your hips. So if they start to flare outwards, just invite them back in. And with your next inhale, press the feet into the hands and the hands into the feet to open up into your bow. You might rock here with your breath. And then when you're ready, peel back down again. You can take your hands in front of your head and just rest for a few breaths, side of the cheek against your arms. And then take the other side of your face to your arms too. Allow the spine to neutralize. Nice, bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Push up through the knees, tuck the toes, down dog. Stretch out through the back of the body. Deep breath. And then we're going to sit through, so you can either jump or sit or come in any way into seated. Bring the legs out in front. Flex the feet, move the flesh away from your sit bones. Grow tall through the crown of your head. If you'd like to sit on a block or a book here, then go right ahead. Gonna inhale, lengthen, and exhale, move forwards over the legs. If you have a strap and you want to use it around your feet to help that leverage, then go ahead. Think length through the spine and the hinge coming from your hip. Paschimottanasana. And with your next inhale, float back up again. Come down to lying on your back. Hug the knees in, take a breath or two to neutralize through your spine. And then when you're ready, plant your feet on the floor hip distance apart, so you can just brush your heels with your middle finger. Keep the knees hip distance apart. We're going to roll up through the spine into bridge, and then I'm going to give you the option to come into wheel afterwards. So inhale, lift the tailbone, peel the spine off the mat vertebra by vertebra until you come up to your shoulders. Lift the hips up towards the sky. And then option 2, interlace your fingers behind your back and shuffle your shoulders underneath you to make like a ledge, and then press your feet into the floor. Internal rotation through your thighs, your quads. So imagine you're squeezing onto a block. Engage the glutes. Keep the chin tucked. Deep breaths. And then gently release on an exhale. Shuffle the shoulders out from underneath you and peel the spine back down. Take a couple of breaths. Okay, then prepare for your next round. So we're gonna inhale, roll the spine up off the mat. Lifting the hips up towards the sky. When you get there, shuffle the shoulders underneath you. If it feels comfortable, press the feet into the floor. Okay, so here you can stay put. If you want to play with it, you can lift the right leg up towards the sky. And then place that one back down and lift the left leg up. Okay, so your choice. If you want to play with the legs or keep it still. And when you're ready, peel back down to the floor. Take a couple of breaths. Now, options, take either of those two variations or to come into wheel. If you want to do wheel, it's in your practice and you feel ready for it, take the hands behind the shoulders with the fingertips facing towards your feet. Elbows drawing up towards the sky. And press into the feet and the hands. You can come onto the head to start, the top of the head if you want, and then push up from there, or come all the way up. Deep breaths. Wherever you are, use your breath. If you lose the breath, then just come down a bit. Great, and then when you're ready, tuck the chin and come out wherever you are. Hug the knees in. And then maybe gently rock side to side. Bring the arms out in a T position at shoulder height and roll the knees over to the left hand side. Gaze up at the ceiling or over your opposite shoulder. And then bring the legs back through center and sweep them over to the other side. Deep breath. No option to close your eyes. Nice, bring the legs back up. Give the ankles and the wrists a little roll. Then find your way into Shavasana. Now, if your lower back or your back is feeling any tenderness or discomfort after this practice, then you can keep the knees bent and just rest the knees against each other in the center. And the feet can be kind of mat width apart, or place a bolster underneath your knees as well. That can be really relieving for the lower back. Bring the arms beside the body and give yourself this time to rest, restore, regenerate, and to integrate your body, mind, and spirit. Welcome to stay here for as long as you have time for. If you're ready to come out, then begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe take a stretch of your whole body. Hands over the head, stretch the feet away. Or hug your knees into your chest. Gently rock. Side to side, send yourself all the love, gratitude, strength. All your hard work. And give yourself a big pat on the back. And then roll over to either side and gently find your way up to seated. Any comfortable seat. Bring the hands together at your heart space. Take a moment to ground through your foundations and grow tall through the crown of your head. Soften your shoulders. Take an inhale through your nose. Exhale, big audible sigh through the mouth. Release any tension. Bow your head to your hands. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. If you're achy after today's session, then go ahead and grab a bath or massage out your muscles. Use Epsom salts or any other bath salt. Have a shower. Just be kind and drink lots of water. Have a great, energizing and joyful day. Lots of love.